Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Apologies for the absence. It's been literal weeks since my first speck of spare time, and we're gonna consume that now with some OpenRA. There is going to be a 1v1 happening in RNGL yet again, surprise surprise. This time around between Ultralord aka Upps and Admiral Mo, featuring as himself on a non-naval map. I mean, it's technically a naval map, right? So there must be an underground river from here to here. Oh wait, there is no equivalent. Nope. So this is just a little lake, a little dried up lake bed with a civilian building. Okay, the map in question is Tank Trap. I've never seen that one before, I believe. It's interesting because you've got wall of ore in the middle and the growth is really stifled by those rocks. That is an interesting map layout for sure. And congestion over the middle is already starting, with Upps getting the upper hand for now, but moving in, Mo getting the upper hand for now, but moving a bit too far. No force fire coming out just yet. Let's see if he wants to commit. It feels good to be back into OpenRA, so I hope the content is going to be picking up after February, because right now is such a busy time. I've got my uni exams, I've got so many things to deal with. Ooh, a fiery death. And I can see why this is called Tank Trap. The engineer from Upps is in mortal danger here. Manages to scurry away, just gives us a couple of rifles. On the other side of the equation, we've got Upps pushing in. So, Mo, don't rally your troops like this. This is a literal death march. He's trying to cut him off here with the explosive barrels. I really don't like this engagement. There is so much firepower for Upps. Yeah, Upps has him completely routed in the early game, plus this one medic has definitely done a number. Double refinery, obviously. And there is going to be another push for the oil derrick. Upps gets his derrick, and he gets to have his cake and eat it too. So Mo needs to basically come back via a light vehicle. He is playing as the Soviets, specifically Russia. There's always the chance of getting some good value with an APC. Especially given that this composition does not feature any rockets just yet. Are we gonna see the legendary 5 rockets crush once more? This would be sick, but I'm honestly not counting on it too hard. Yeah, Upps is going for a ranger, which is going to complement his playstyle very nicely. Doesn't go for a light tank here. He's just going ranger into econ. Yep, APC is on the menu, boys. And with that, the early game advantage is firmly in the hands of Upps. He's gotten the ranger to transport around his engineer, snag a couple of oil derricks, or just, provide enhanced line of sight targeting. Oh, in comes the APC. There's the rockets. To target fire. Oh, too much damage already being sustained. Yeah, this is not an engagement you can take any longer. Needs to wait for the service depot to come online to put that one back on the front line since 13 seconds off. So for the time being, this is looking like a pretty rough start for Mo, who hasn't gotten the most out of the map just yet. He's ahead in assets actually, just a slight little bit. It was because he popped the service depot earlier. So this should equalize very momentarily. And the ranger from Upps is basically unscathed. Doesn't even have a point of damage onto him. Ooh, those forces from Mo are trying to cut off someone or something. Waiting for an engineer, but it's very risky. It's risky getting frisky. Both actually have exposed infantry armies. So ranger back on the front lines, as is going to be the APC. Just a minute. No, he's just going to capture the backline derrick. That's fine. Fine by me, get some value out of that one. And now we're seeing the ranger move out, taking an old derrick here as well. So we're probably soon going to be 3 up to 2 derricks, and those guys do step in. Oh no, this guy broke their formation. He needs to die for it. He does so in the end. It's a very swift demise. Let's check the production tab once more. We're probably gonna have tanks on the menu. Yep, mediums and heavies respectively, no big surprise here. And the MCVs are out. Upps has gotten a slight positional advantage. And now we're gonna see the first refineries pop. Eco transfer really good from Mo. This is probably gonna boil down to one big engagement right now. Upps says his armies are relatively scattered. He's moving ahead. Where's he going? Oh god. This is gonna get scouted almost immediately though. So I don't know if that's the right call of action. But Mo does have such a low rocket density for now. He's rectifying his mistake, adding some now. Okay, good kiting from the Ranger. Still staying alive. For the time being, oh, perfect positioning. He stopped just short of the army. Yikes. Yeah, yikes indeed. All the defenses being mounted. And this is gonna be a straight up base push. That is just something that is very traditional for Upps who wants to go early aggression. Nobody has taken those ore mines, interestingly. I mean, they are hard to contest. Yeah, that is gonna be base crawl indeed. Base crawl galore. We're gonna check the income. It is gonna spike like crazy. Assets are even. Mo is actually slightly ahead, but he's got his forces spread so thin. And Mo's army is really backlining it right now. No flanks being prepared. Oh, the Ranger gets some good value. Yeah, that is one hell of a dead engineer. There was an attempt. This tank is now out of position trying to deal with the oil derrick. If Upps recognizes this, he could just go for an all-in really. Waltz all over the base. Oh no, the entire army completely out of position. I do not like what's happening here for Mo. He is so exposed on his expansion. And his army really isn't doing anything, plus it's clumped. And he's gotten this traditional blob, whereas there's a really nice wide front out for Upps. So I'm liking Upps' position a lot. So this flank has been revealed. The tank is getting back safely at the expense of a couple of rifles. Now he's converging. Trying to play intercept. That is so many rockets in the front though. You know, good kiting from the heavy tank. Doesn't sustain any damage here. Uh-oh. The entire army has been moved out to deal with this little army. Yeah. Power down. What an unfortunate timing. Oh, comes back online, but just in time to meet a couple of rifles to the face. Meet a couple of rockets as well. So all out engagement, no power. It is starting to be a difficult defense here. But he's got defender's advantage. So he did hold for the time being. Well, just like that, the defensive lines are starting to mount once more. Yeah, Upps is in such a good position still. He didn't lose much of his army, and Mo is on basic universal income now. This is starting to look a lot like Rip Arena here. Upps can just reinforce with the pillboxes at the drop of a hat. At the drop of a turret, if you will. And the armies are dwindling, no front lines here. All the tanks are busy, just getting tangled on the wreckages. Yeah. Radar dome out for extra vision. The 2020 night vision radar dome, I love it. A staple of OpenRA. Aggressive radar dome. By the way, you know what has even more line of sight, or at least used to have? It's the tech center. So if you build a tech center here, you can see like it's the all-seeing eye of Sauron. And you can see like all the way into the base. And given how important vision is in OpenRA, that's sick. Yeah, Mo being constricted to one single base. Artilleries are starting to hammer home. It is increasingly smelling like a 1-0. Oh, the mechanics, that's such a sick play. Recovering some husks here. Some zombie tanks being added. The artillery going on a little forward prowl. No tech for Mo, he does not have the cash for that. And the construction yard is also in a very exposed position. Flank is starting to come in hot. Yeah, this is a matter of time until it gets bled dry. We've got the flat trucks, which is a good idea in theory, but I don't have any line of sight to support it for now. There is the harvesters going to the harvester graveyard. And there is the MCV being pushed off without having expanded. Yeah, that's a problemo, my friend. Now your power plants are being sieged. Your Tesla coil line of defense is soon gonna fall. Soon gonna turn into molten slag, and you've got nowhere to mine. Oh no, that one single tank as well in the back lines. Just providing that extra fire support against the harvester. Such methodical play from Upps. There was just no answer at all. Oh, my friend. It is. We're gonna chalk it up to the fact that this was not a naval map, because this was, believe it or not, indeed not a naval map. So, a cardinal mistake here. Oh no, that's the only Conyard left. The big Conyard heist, and in go the tanks. Formation has been set up. There's the all-in move, and this is gonna spell GG. I smell a GG push incoming. Helicopters angling for the MCV, I believe, or maybe for the refinery. Nope. Just talking for the MCV, he knows it's still around. Yep. The Night Sweet Prince, and that should be an attack move away from GG. Clinical, methodical. Upps just playing his cards right. Damn, that was a showboating. We're gonna be back in game number 2.
Battle control terminated. Battle control initialized.
Yeah, let's just say that in game number 1, Mo got schooled a little bit. Is that gonna provide him, is that river here gonna provide him the extra naval firepower that he needs in order to prevail in game number 2? Let's find it out. The faction picks are Germany and France respectively. Oh, that's a very historically tried and tested matchup. And the map in question has a beautiful tile set. It is Dover. Ooh, yeah, that is indeed naval base then, I guess. If it is if it is modeled after the real Dover. Should be like the strait between Dover and Calais. Yeah, that makes sense. I think that is actually what the map makers were going for. This is a gorgeously drafted and drawn map. Tiles impeccable. Okay, once again, the conga line from Mo trying to cut through the middle. And this time Upps is spreading out his forces a little more. That gives Mo a little bit of a head start this time around. But this is so close to the enemy base. Do you really want to fight that? Do you really want to do that? Mo, my friend. Over-aggression being punished once more. Because realistically you know this one is coming, right? Trying to stand his ground, but he's got his armies on the move. Line of sight once more being established. Oh god, the medic is providing so much value. Look at that. The early game once more just going extremely sour. It's like acidity of what is it? Was it like -9 or something? Ooh, that went more sour than vinegar and pickled brine. Like, oh, this was nasty. Brine juice. That is some mixed pickle shit right there. Speaking of which, I'm a big fan of mixed pickles, and recently I got a gift from a student. She was so nice about it. She was like, "Oh, I've made homemade pickled vegetables," and it was literally, it smelled of garlic so bad that my partner disallowed me from having it around the house. So I had to resort to eating it in secret out in the garden because it reeked to high heaven. And she wasn't even exaggerating. It tasted absolutely fantastic. So if you're a big fan of mixed pickles and vegetables, you know. I can recommend it. She's of Turkish origin, so I guess it's a Turkish homemade recipe, but it involves like 60% or more garlic, just pure garlic. It was awesome. Anyway, with that tangent out of the way, let's see how the game develops. There is a triple refinery build. No, wait. That is just a third refinery added on after the war factor, and Mo is forgetting about his macro. Once more. What is Upps' plan here? Wait a second. He sold the refinery, he's going mass barracks. Oh god, that's an all-in, isn't it? Oh, never mind. He's adding service people now. It's just a second racks. Okay. Pushes back the army a little further. And still no rockets out here. Oh, this is so nasty. Beautiful play thus far. Once again, putting on a clinic. Upps just dismantling the opposition. I wouldn't say it's GG, but it's not looking very hot at the time being. The combat time is just wow. More one-sided than I thought even. Yeah, as a result, the armies are going to be a little disparity, you know? One of these guys has more dudes, is my scientific analysis of this early game. Okay, counter push onto the oil derrick that got stolen away from under his nose. He must now blow up his own derrick, which is a bit sad. Arrange a light tank combo once more. This was the map where Upps had the RNG, no, was it Anju? Had the RNG crush on the 5 rockets with the APC. I do specifically remember that. Really nice play with the Ranger from Upps. Weaving in and out. Castle's Curse. Castle's Curse? Castle's Curse. God damn it. Every single time. Okay. Upps now establishing a base, probably just popping down a refinery here and then moving more aggressively to the south. He's trying to cut off the map. Cut off access to the southern half. Is that within line of sight? Yeah. Yes, indeed. Upps does see the army approaching. He should know what's up. Is he trying to crash? No. No way. That would have been way over aggressive, but he should recognize that this is the majority of the army. Oh god, he would have a timing even. If he moved in right now, he could probably destroy enough critical infrastructure to put him at a GG. Straight up. But instead he's biding his time, didn't lose too much, he still has economy advantage. Barracks as well. Did not pop down a refinery here though, that's just a forward barracks. Just a scout post. Hashtag scout post. Light tank is trying to scout and screen a bit. And again, look at the difference in map vision, look at the difference in aggressive posturing. Ooh, and he's going for a backline base push, I guess. So, base pushing is back on the menu, boys. It hasn't been too popular for a little while to push onto the main base immediately. It was more just about a clash of armies. But Upps, man, he's making it work. And he's going to intercept the flank almost immediately. Yep. Shaving off a little infantry. Nothing too crazy just yet. Send in the techie. Do it. OpenRA gods demand a ritual sacrifice. With the turrets, with the harvesters. This could still result in a lot of dead harvesters. This push is already successful. Already enough critical damage being inflicted here. Just trading 2 mediums for 2 harvesters is worth it every single time of the day. And he's also pushing back the MCV, preventing Mo from establishing a base here. Yeah, Upps is in firm control. He is going second war factory. I love the spirit. He's juiced up on some. Oh, mechanic grabbed the ore truck. He did grab one, so not too bad. Recovering one of the husks at least. Get get some cash rebate. Army, can it be stopped before it inflicts critical damage? Is going for the refinery. Oh, it's an assault move, I guess. Yep, refinery dead, and that is critical damage already. Oh my goodness, does lose a lot of the army though. But doesn't matter if Mo can't rebuild. Good lord. There is round 2. The north-south games have begun. Pushing from the north, retreat. Pushing from the south, retreat. Build a forward war factory, because why the hell not? Maybe we're gonna add a third war factory, you know, maybe here? Would be a good spot. No, it's a radar dome. He wants to scout. Yep, it is a scouting radar dome. I doubt we're even gonna see helicopters. We're just gonna be seeing the full map through the eyes of Ultra Lord. Look at that. Look at that line of sight advantage. It's sickening. And now he's gonna flatten the entire base. As a result, the economy is gonna flatline for Mr. Mo. He's tried his best and darndest to keep afloat in this game. But alas, it was not meant to be. Yeah, Upps is playing a really solid run this season. I've got to commend the man. Tanks are not coming in hot, but they're just tanks for themselves. So, as we all know, in OpenRA, tanks do what is advertised on the tin. They do tag, nothing else. Damage versus vehicles. Sometimes it crushes you. Like, oh, the formation is so good for Upps. Oh, everything is moving in, nothing is connecting. The tank graveyard is preventing any movements. Man, that was beautiful. The formation was absolutely sick. Other side, left-right games continue, and Mo systematically dismantled. Nothing left for this man, except to call in the surrender vote right now. Oh, helicopters, we're indeed going to be seeing them. Artilleries as well. Yeah, a foregone conclusion, so let's talk more about mixed pickles. What's your favorite recipe? I've started making some homemade stuff yet again. With the kids, you know, they like helping out a little bit every now and then. And my partner, I bought her a Christmas gift because she's not usually the one to bake or cook. I'm the one doing the cooking, but it's gonna be nasty. But she wanted for I don't know if you know that, a Thermomix that is some sort of kitchen helper. And it has a fucking subscription model. I was so mad about that. Because you purchase that entire thing, it costs a fortune, and then you also on top have to pay an annual subscription to use their app, which allows you to cook the recipes automatically. This gets me so tilted. Anyway, game's over. Man, that was clinical. Upps on a really good run this season. We're gonna keep these tabs on this man. Upps versus you know, the top tier, or the cream of the crop versus Cav and so on. That should be really, really spicy. Also, Happy and Bane being back makes me really happy. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces out.
Battle control terminated.